Hello, Stampin' Buddies.
You have to speak clearly or they're not going to hear you.
Hello, Stampin' Buddies. It's me, Riley, and a stamper.
You need to speak clearly so they can understand you. So Riley's here tonight, and so it's going to be Riley's Little Bit of Crafting, and her guest stamper is me, Lori, from Lori's Little Bit of Crafting. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and maybe Riley will be someday. So she's flipping through these color coaches. I'm not quite sure why, but my little commercial here, let me back up a little bit, is that today is the last day for the free shipping from Stampin' Up! Okay? So April 23rd, 24th, 25th, just a minute. It was 3 days only for free shipping if you ordered $75 or more before tax. Obviously, there's no shipping, so we don't have to worry about that. Anybody who places an order taking advantage of the free shipping, so $75 or more, I will provide you with these color coach sheets. Now, I put mine, hang on just a second, Riley. I put mine on full-size adhesive label sheets. So when I trim these down, I peel off the backing, and then, there we go. I peel off the backing and they go on the back of my ink pads. All right, so if you need color inspiration, let's say I needed to do a card and I wanted to use basic gray, here's 3 examples of colors that would work. All right, so there's one little commercial. Next commercial is Stampin' Up! Just started this new Stampin' Rewards program. So anybody who orders $20 as a minimum purchase will earn Stampin' Rewards. If you create or update your existing customer profile with me at lorimacari.stampinup.net, by April 30th, I'll put you in the mix for a free kit. Okay, so Riley is anxious to get going. We are going to work on this Inked Occasions April 2025 Paper Pumpkin Kit. Take it away, Riley. I can take your garbage. That's what guest stampers do, right?
My favorite color.
Oh, your favorite color. So this is Berry Burst. So every kit comes with a stamp set. So this has got thinking of you, congratulations, you are amazing, I'm here for you, hugs, sending my love on your retirement, and to the happy couple. And then there's some butterflies on here as well. So we can get the box out of the way. I can take the tissue paper out of the way. I'm not going to open this Berry Burst ink spot. I'm going to go ahead and use a full-size kit. You might want to use the snips to open that. So I remember that there's some very pretty colors in this, but I don't remember what we're making. But every paper pumpkin kit comes with everything you need right out of the box. Oh, don't cut that, please. I'll fold it in half. Okay. I know it's got a dashed line, but I'll just fold it. Because that way, if you wanted to make a pocket, you could put like tear and tape on there, and then your stamp set could fit in there if you want to keep a low profile storage. All right. Yep, cute little cards. So there's some, yep, those are going to be cards because you're going to fold them in half, or we might actually cut them and put them on other card bases so we can make more cards. We'll have to see.
Can we make a shaker card?
We can make a shaker card, but probably not tonight. Okay?
Okay. Can we just cut this in half?
Let's do the cards how they're made first for the instructions.
Okay. Fold it?
Yep. You're going to go ahead and take care of mine. Awesome. And I like to use my bone folder. Be careful with the elements so that they don't get ripped.
Okay.
All right, so when we get pieces like this, let's be really careful tearing these out of here because they're pretty delicate. Stampin' Up! Does these as laser cut elements. So these will go on one of our cards.
That's going on mine.
Well, there's two. I see two. So where did the instructions go?
There you go.
Let me take this out of the way.
Let's see.
So there's just some really pretty elements in here.
Here.
So we get nice full color instructions.
One first. Put these on.
Mm-hmm.
Stamp. Then put the hugs.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can put this on.
So one other thing to keep in mind is that there is a quarterly Paper Pumpkin add-on. So as Paper Pumpkin subscribers, like myself, I am eligible to purchase add-on kits. So Riley, can you reach right in there? Do you see that die pack right there? Right there, yep, nope, what your hand was on. There you go, yep, just that front one. Just the front one. Those can go back. So this is an add-on. So you can see like this one, we'll be able to die cut the word hugs. And then we'll see what else goes with this. But usually these are for,
Mugs.
so this would be for April, May, and June. All right. So I'm going to put this back in here.
We'll have to glue this.
Probably. Let's take a look at the instructions. So what I like to do first is carefully get all of my elements. I like to get all of my elements ready. Okay, so there's...
That's pretty.
Well, that is kind of pretty, but you can't see it very well.
Are you eating a mint?
No, I'm eating a cough drop.
Oh.
Because usually when we do our lives, when I start talking, my throat gets dry and a tickle in it. And even if I drink my water, I seem to cough. I'm fine at other times, just for some reason when I do my live.
Vacuum.
It feels like this is thick, like there should be 3 of them, but I'm only feeling 1.
Not backing.
And here's another one. Get my little cough drop wrapper out of there. Don't peel that apart. It's a single sheet. It's not going to peel apart. Here's the other one. It was flipped over, so I didn't see it because all I could see was the white background. All right, so we do have 3. And we're going to take a look at some instructions to see what Stampin' Up! Intended for our cards. Were there any dimensionals?
No.
No tear and tape?
No.
Well, that's interesting. Usually everything you need comes in the box. So let's take a look at our instructions. Let's not get ahead of things, Riley. Let's take a look at the instructions. So Riley, tell us, how old are you?
7.
You're 7. And how long have you been stamping with Grandma?
7 years.
Not 7 years. You didn't start when you were an infant. You started when you were about 2 or 3. All right, let's put the cap back on the glue.
Your breath smells good.
My breath smells good from my cough drop? Nice. All right, so let's get the instruction sheet. Can you grab that for me? So let's take a look and see what these cards are going to be. Okay, so we're going to do 3 with this. We're going to do 3 with congratulations. We need to look through some of these other things because there are some more pieces. Here are the dimensionals. Here are the envelopes. So these envelopes are all the same, but you have one for every card. So we've got 9 envelopes. And it looks like Riley is taking a break. So what I'm going to do is put my things together for each card. So this one we're going to do with this. And this piece goes here. And let's see. This must be thinking of you. So we have some like fussy cut pieces. So these are all going to be the thinking of you ones. It looks like. And they gave us 4 in case we mess one up. This looks like it will be congratulations for this middle card. So we've got congratulations, that's going to go on here. So we have 4 of those. And then we have some of these just straight banner pieces. Well, not even banners, but rectangles, I guess. So these will say, congratulations, you are amazing. And this last card is going to say, hugs, I'm here for you. And these have just a little different shape. So it's like you had a rectangle, but 2 of the corners got rounded. So those are kind of cool. Okay. So we'll get those things out of the way. All right. We can move some of these things over. So when I go through, sometimes I'll follow the instructions. Sometimes not so much. I'm not good at following instructions. I just like to do my own thing. So I wanted to try to go on here and watch for comments on my other device. There we go. All right, so if anybody joins me, let me know where you're joining from. I'm actually quite a bit early tonight because Riley wanted to do a video, of course. So anyway, so this first card, if we follow these instructions, it tells us to fold our card. Okay, so we've done that. And I'm going to set these off to the side because that's not the card we're doing right now. And this is not the card we're doing for here. So I'm going to put those there. Ooh, this one's going to be pretty too. Look at all those gold metallics in there. That's really cool. And these are like a textured gold element. So those are pretty as well. All right. So what I'm going to end up doing is cutting these and just making these into card fronts so that I get 2 of them. To me, it's great to have the design go from the front to the back, but these are just too pretty to hide it on the back of a card, I think. All right, so let's go back to these instructions. So it has us folding our card in half. It has us putting some butterflies on here, stamping. So let's go ahead and find that sentiment piece. And we want, I'm here for you. So let's move these up out of our way. And we've got hugs for you. We need the butterflies. So I'm going to put our little butterflies on a couple little blocks that I have. And because I have not washed these, I've never used them before because we just opened it, I like to just stamp a little bit of Versamark. And Versamark is a very slow drying clear ink. And I just do that to kind of, I guess, prime the photopolymer stamp. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our piercing mat. And I'm going to move these here. Sorry, I'm such a messy stamper. All right. And this tells us to put a couple of the butterflies up near the top. And I'm just going to tap lightly so that I don't get ink all over. So we're going to put 2 butterflies according to the instructions right up here. And the single butterfly down over here. So again, I'm just going to tap light so that I don't get ink everywhere. And that's going to go right about here. Those are pretty. And then I'm going to close this because otherwise I am going to be a inky mess. So again, the Stampin' Spot comes in the box. If you're a new subscriber, you will get a block as well. And it's the same size as a D block. So it's the same size as this block, but it's thin. All right. So you will get a paper pumpkin block with your first kit if you subscribe. So you'll be ready to go with everything in your box. All right. But for purposes of working, I like to save these because then I can give them away to people as samples. And you can put that over there. Riley's back from her break. So I use the big stamp pad just because it's easier for me to work with. All right. So the next thing on our instructions is to stamp. Okay, Riley's back. We are going to put this I'm Here For You. And we're going to put this on a block. Do you want to go ahead and get your card base here? Here's a card base for you. You can stamp your butterflies if you'd like. Now just barely tap it on the ink pad because otherwise you're going to have a big inky mess. Or you can stamp it there and not have it really show what you wanted it to show. All right, so here this is going to say I'm here for you. I'm going to try to get this a little straighter just because it's a narrow block that I have. Nice job. Just tap it light on there, okay? And then I'm going to get the Versamark again. And that one's going to go over there. And I'm just going to condition that stamp. Okay. And then normally when I do classes, I tell my stampers to just go tap, tap, tap on the ink. And that's usually going to get you more than enough rather than go squish, squish, squish. Okay. So let me get this piece back. Those are for a different card. We're using this one. Alrighty. Do you want to stamp yours or you want me to stamp it?
Me.
Okay. Alright. It's all inked up for you. That one's yours. Well, either way is fine. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead. You don't have to push super hard. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and close this ink again. And I'm going to get these ink pieces out of the way. What are you cutting?
Just carefully.
You're going to make a flag on the end?
Yeah.
All right. So then the instructions tell us to use a dimensional, and it has us cutting 1 in half for the top of the H and the bottom of the S, I guess. 2 dimensionals on the back of our sentiment, and then 2 dimensionals inside. So hopefully you can see that. This hexagon shape shows the same as what our mini dimensionals do. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself.
Kind of messed up there.
Yeah, a little bit. It's because it's so small it didn't really need to be trimmed. So I'm going to go ahead and put my dimensionals on the back of here. You want to put dimensionals on the back of your tag there? Mm-hmm. Do you want to just cut that straight and just have a flag on one side?
Yeah.
Yeah? So what Riley was trying to show us is that when you want to do a flag, if you put a snip up like a 1/4 inch or so and then go from corner to that edge of the snip and then from corner to the edge of the snip, you can get a pretty nice flag. This one was a little harder to work with because the corner was rounded. Okay. Okay. Your little fingers might work better than the tweezers. I have to use the tweezers because my fingers don't work quite as well. And then I'm going to take one of these and I'm going to cut it in half. And we're going to put half of it here on the H and the other half
Where to put this?
down on the S. I'll show you the picture in just a second. Do you have your hugs piece? Here you go. So you can put your dimensionals. We'll cut one in half for you here. So half, Riley, half is going to go here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other half is going to go down on the bottom of this one. Can you get it?
Can you help me?
Yep. Maybe I can help. There we go. And then you need 2 more dimensionals. Oh, this one came off. You need 2 more dimensionals, Riley.
Mm-hmm.
Here and here. Okay? So they're right there. And then again, if we go back to our directions, we're going to put the hugs element on that white portion. That won't fit there, it's too fat. Just do them where I told you. One can fit right here.
Oh.
All right, so this is going to go here. And then this is going to kind of go on top of there. And I'm watching so that my dimensional goes inside that G, because otherwise it won't lay right. And they actually have it on top of the S, but I put mine a little bit lower than that, I guess. Okay, so hugs for you. Card number 1, done. Okay, so let's do card number 2.
Card number 2.
All right. So card number 2.
Get a card base like this.
And fold it in half. Burnish it.
Like the more colorful side. If you like the non-colorful side, you just flip it to here. But
Yeah, you can flip it on either side, whichever one you like better.
I love this one because I have more pink.
All right, so we need to put, we need our flower piece. So this one is going to be in landscape.
We need this.
And I need one of the flower pieces for me. Wait a minute, we've got the wrong card base.
Oh!
We need the one that's outlined in gold for this card. We'll do this one next.
Sorry, guys.
I need one too, please.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just take this one. You can take the next one.
That was mine. That's fine.
Sorry, we're a little messy here.
You already got a flower?
I do not have a flower.
Ah,
Careful so they don't rip.
here you go.
Thank you. All right, so make sure your card opens the right way. So this is actually, we're just going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to put some dimensionals in those flowers as well. So I'm going to use my tweezers because that works best for me. Your take your pick tool could work. But I like, I'm kind of used to using my tweezers. Did you put dimensionals on the back of the flowers?
Yep.
You did already? Wow, you're fast. All right, make sure you line it up good on the bottom. And I'm not sure how, oh, there's supposed to be a dimensional here too. I wondered how the leafy thing was going to stay flat, the foliage part. So they have these laser cut so that those dimensionals fit at just the right spot. And then it looks like this is going to go right at the bottom of our card, it looks like. It shows it like right at the corner. What do you need the snips for, Riley? Oh, why don't you just carefully lift that up and move your dimensional over a little bit? I'll take that dimensional off and put a new one on. All right. So Riley's getting ahead of me. I feel like I have to hurry up here. And you have to be careful. Like this one got bent a little bit, so it's kind of floppy. But once it goes on the card, it should be fine. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put this at the bottom of my card. Now, my interpretation of the instructions were that this goes on the bottom of the card because this piece here shows an arrow right to the corner. All right, so now I need to lift this up and flatten out my flowers.
I want to add some butterflies.
Yep, we'll do that in just a second. All right, so here are the butterflies. And
The ink.
don't squish it down so hard because look, you got ink all over that. Why don't you go rinse that off so that you don't get ink on the outside of your card. So I'm going to do my two butterflies here. Can you rinse this one off too then? And we'll kind of start over without all the ink being on there. Sometimes it's hard to not squish too hard with these itty bitty little stamps. And I'm actually going to put a few little extras. Let me ink that up for you, Riley, okay?
Okay.
Just so you don't get too much. All right, so that has ink ready for you. And let me dry this one. Oh, it wasn't supposed to go right on the flower. It's supposed to go on the sky, but that's pretty. All right, so this one, the directions say to put it over here, but you can put it anywhere you want. You got wet water on here. Your fingers must have been a little wet. You don't have to press super hard. Do you want more butterflies?
Yeah.
Just press it even. Line it up. Yeah, that'll work. Do you want any more?
No.
No? Oh, you got all kinds of water on your card here. Your hands must have been wet. It'll be fine. It's like watercolor paper. All right. So then let me get these out of the way again. Get this out of the way. Get some of this debris out of the way. We don't need a pencil.
I just started.
You can do that later.
Okay.
Because whoever's watching doesn't need to see where you're sending it to, right?
Yeah.
All right, and then we need the sentiment pieces that have thinking of you. So here's one for you. I think that'll be the right one. And then we'll do, yep, thinking of you is going to fit on there really nice. Looks like Riley's taking another break. All right, so let's get another D block. And sometimes when my, hopefully you can see this, when my sentiment would span the whole part of my block from side to side, I like to tilt mine, partially because then it forces me to look at my words or my image for how I want it set, rather than looking at the top of the block and maybe having it a little bit crooked. Does that make sense? Hopefully. All right, so that little foliage piece got bent also. So here again, I'm just conditioning it basically with my Versamark. And we're going to put some ink on here, and I'm just tapping very lightly. And when you're using any of these red-based inks, just know that your stamps, your photopolymer stamps, will be stained. All right, that's just the nature of the red inks, anything red-based. So even like some of the, like Gorgeous Grape, any of the purple hues as well. So there's that one. Are you ready to stamp again?
I need to tell you something.
Are you ready for this one?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to put ink on here for you. So this you're going to line up just like that, all right, so that your words go right in there. Let me put a little piece of scratch paper here for you. So in case it goes crooked. All right, so get it lined up in your sentiment. Nice. Very nice. All right, so now I'm going to get this out of the way. And we're going to put some dimensionals. Let me get this ink out of the way again. And we're going to put 3 dimensionals just across there. Do you have 3 or do you need another one?
I have 3.
Okay. Riley's like a speed stamper. I feel like I have to catch up with her. Because I've said it before, I'm a putsy stamper. And I like to take my time. Because you're being creative and this is my relaxation time. So this is just going to go right down here. And there's card number 2. Beautiful. Nice job. Yep, get that speck off of there. So that's card number 2. I'll set these over here.
Card number 3. There we go.
All right, stamping with a 7-year-old, folks. This is what it's like. All right, so number 3. And again, just so for those of you that might not have heard me before, I'm going to end up cutting this and I will use this for another card base, okay? Because that paper is just so pretty. All right, so for this one, again, we're going to go this way. We are going to stamp a few butterflies on here. So let me put my butterflies on and you can kind of see where they go, Riley. Tap, 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 don't squish.
Perfect.
So that little one, the instructions have up here. And then these we have over here.
Here?
Mm-hmm. You want to trade?
Yes. Trade.
Tap, tap, tap.
Tap, tap, tap.
And I actually like a little bit of extra butterfly action on my card.
Me too.
Just tap, tap, tap so we don't get a mess. And then we need our, you done? Okay. And know that some of the words are going to cover that up. So now we're going to get our pieces to use for congratulations. I'm going to get these out of the way. And I guess we'll bring our Pearson mat back.
Pearson mat.
And now I need to get the other sentiment that says congratulations. There you go. And the one that says you are amazing. Congratulations.
Grats.
Oh, nice. Okay, and then I'll take care of mine.
That's yours.
And then we need the straight pieces. We each, pardon my reach, we each need one of those. And you can see that I did not prime this stamp with the Versamark. So we'll see how it turns out. Still turned out pretty good. And Riley's going to do a flag end again. So go from corner to corner, move your snips back. And then corner to tip. And then you can just peel that out of there. Are you going to do a flag on the other side too?
Try to.
Alrighty. All right. So we are done with the ink. We're going to do a few more dimensionals. I'm going to get this out of the way. Those are nice flags, Riley. What happened to our dimensionals? We're not using glue. Everything we need is in the box. So we do need the dimensionals, though. Where did those end up?
I don't know.
Here they are. All right. So we need 3 dimensionals on the back of the big piece and 2 dimensionals on the little one. So 1, 2, 3. And then these go near the ends. You might want to put your bigger piece on first. Okay. Let's get this out of the way. So this is going to go up here. And this will go right on top of it. And there's that card. You good? All right, we'll get some of this debris put away. And we'll show what we made. All right. So, 3rd card.
Done.
2nd card.
Done.
3rd card.
Done.
All right, so that's the paper pumpkin kit. So you get enough to make 3 of each card. So I have 1 more, and I'm going to use those for alternative cards. If you missed out on getting this kit, I do have, I think, 1 left if I don't use it myself. So that's all we have for tonight. So until next time, happy stamping!